The most important step in any writing assignment is to develop a strong thesis statement. This is where you'll present your overall position in a clear and succinct manner so the reader knows exactly what you are arguing. At this point in planning for your essay, you have developed effective criteria and have collected evidence from the course content and other sources. You will have noticed while collecting evidence that there are facts and details that have supported or proved your criteria, while there are other facts and details that may have rejected or refuted your criteria. From this evidence, you can develop a position on the prompt that reflects the degree to which the facts and details you have found support the perspective or the question of the prompt. If most of the facts support the criteria, then you should have an affirmative position, meaning that you agree with the source of the prompt. And if most of the facts reject the criteria, you should have a negative position, meaning that you do not agree with the question or the prompt. For example, in our essay on superheroes, if I were to find lots of details about superheroes who have done more harm than good, then I would argue an affirmative position, that superheroes do have a good role to play in society. Okay, now I have my position and I need to write it into a strong thesis statement. The general formula that you can use for your thesis is topic, argument, and reasoning. Your topic is established in the prompt, and you will have identified it when you are unpacking the prompt in the first entry. It may be fate in English or ultranationalism in social studies. Your argument will either be affirmative or negative, depending on the evidence that you have, and your overarching reasoning will also be developed by the facts and details you have collected on the topic. Remember that anything you argue or reason must be supported. This overarching reasoning must represent all of the criteria and evidence you have to present to the reader a general conclusion you have made. For example, my topic is superheroes. My argument is that they absolutely play a positive role, and my reasoning is that superheroes are good overall, even if they have questionable morals at times. We can compare my example thesis statement to weak examples to see if it is effective. The first example, superheroes don't play a positive role because they rarely put others before themselves. This thesis statement has an overarching reasoning that is based on only one of the criteria, so it does not represent a general conclusion based on all of the available evidence. The second example, Marvel's Black Panther, suggests that superheroes play a good role in society. This thesis only considers one source of evidence and is far too specific. It is better to have a broad argument so that evidence from multiple sources can be used as support. This will result in a much stronger essay overall. The third example, a real superhero, is one that helps others simply because it should be or must be done. The prompt is restated without any insight. This thesis takes the prompt at face value and does not consider any new ideas or facts about the topic. The fourth example, superheroes are those that have extraordinary powers to fight bad guys. This thesis does not present an argument at all. It is simply a fact about the topic and is not even usable as a criteria. So how do we know that a position is arguable? Well, first, the evidence you've collected will support your argument. All the facts and evidence that you've collected can be used to argue your position. Second, someone should be able to counter your argument. There must be a flip side to the argument that could be presented with a different set of criteria and evidence. Someone else may think that a good role in society has different qualities, for example. A strong thesis statement will ultimately identify to any reader what you are arguing and what your general reasoning is on the prompt. The criteria and thesis statement are the bones of the essay from which you will build up.